Ian, you can see the power of this storm continuing to move through the area, though right now it seems, at least in this shot, that the winds aren't as strong as we've seen throughout this storm, right, Matt?
Yeah, and so it really depends on where you are, too, with the storm. That one's a little bit farther up the coast, and so we're getting wind speeds, 20, 30, 40 to 50 miles per hour, but it's where the eye is, where you have those wind speeds that are still at 140. So it's all dependent on where your folks live in Florida. But of course, we've got a lot of family connections here in Arkansas to folks in Florida, so we want to give you a quick update. Again, we're starting to see the pressure go back up. We usually look at the pressure to see if a storm is strengthening or weakening, and it's weakening now, of course, and it's over land now. So as that continues to push towards, Orlando and eventually Daytona Beach, this thing will continue to weaken. But right now, still 140 mile per hour winds, so that still makes it a Category 4 storm. Category 4 starts at 130 miles per hour. But taking a look here with the satellite, you see the eye wall starting to collapse as this thing starts to weaken. However, there's a lot of power outages. In fact, just latest update, 1.1 million Floridians are now without power. Floridian households are now without power as this thing continues to move north and east. And it's moving at 8 miles per hour. So where is this thing likely to go over the next couple of days? Well, it's going to stretch over central Florida for the overnight hours. Still probably Category 1 storm. This time at 2 o'clock, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning overnight. We'll probably still stay over 100 miles per hour for those max sustained winds for the next 2 or 3 hours. So this thing is just constant as it moves east. Now, it probably is going to hit back into the Atlantic as a tropical storm and then make another landfall there towards South Carolina, but it's probably not going to have enough time to really strengthen once again. But this storm producing a punch, of course, for the southeast, but here at home, it is not making any kind of impact in Arkansas and Oklahoma, where temperatures are pretty comfortable. Meteorologist Stephen Elmore has your forecast for the next couple of days here at home.
Yeah, here back at home, it's much of the same. We're seeing those clear skies once again today. We're seeing that high pressure system further up to the north. Taking a look, we're seeing those temperatures just outside the 80s right now. You're seeing 79 in Rogers, 80 in Springdale and across the River Valley. We're seeing some 90s, 90 in Poto, 87 in Fort Smith, and 88 in Sallisaw. So heating up a little bit today, but we'll have those cooler nights returning for us. We're going to take a look at why we're going to see those cooler nights again. Just remember, we had that frost further up north, but we got that high pressure system just to the east of that. So that's blowing all that cooler air right back here to 5 Country, cooling off those daytime highs over the next couple of days. So overnight tonight, again, we're going to see some cooler overnight lows. You're going to see northwest Arkansas dropping down into the 50s by the time we get up into tomorrow morning. But again, clear skies is the factor here, is all that heat that we had on the surface is going to be allowed to escape for the River Valley. Temperatures dropping down into the 50s as well, just a little bit later into the night tonight. Early tomorrow morning is when we'll finally get into the 50s. Of course, it is still fair season. So the Arkansas-Oklahoma Fair, we're seeing clear skies once again. Going to see some sunshine by 6 p.m. and then before the rest of the night, pretty comfortable outside northwest Arkansas over the next 7 days. Again, you see that heat just building and building and building. By the time we get to the weekend, we're still going to see sunshine, but it's only going to get hotter from here because we're just seeing those clear skies and plenty of sunshine for the River Valley. Again, same story. We're going to be upwards of 90 degrees heading into next week. And if you see those average temperatures of where we're supposed to be this time of year, well above that right now. That's due to this dry condition, the drought that we're going through, and all the sunshine that we're getting. We definitely need the rain, and for at least the next 7 to 10 plus days, it is just not
Is that right?
in the forecast.
So even 10 days out, we're still not seeing
Hard to believe
anything.
that's the beginning of October, huh?
No kidding.
Nothing.
This has got to
Absolutely
stop.
nothing.
Yeah. All right, guys, thanks. Well, reimagining a classic.